Here, man. I want to talk about Mr. Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis made his debut with the Dallas Mavericks on Saturday. I actually used my league pass on Saturday, which I've used maybe 2 times this season. Quality was still crappy. For $2 billion leagues, the NFL and the NBA sure have crappy apps. That is something that we have seen whatsoever. But Anthony Davis in his how many minutes did he play? I'm looking at it right now. He played like 3.5. He played 31 minutes. He went 10 of 18. He had what was that? 26 points, 7 assists, 16 rebounds, and he had 3 blocks in the time that he played. Very, very dominant, but he messed up the abdomen area. But I'm looking for the exact injury right here. But anyway, he's going to be out for the next month. They're hoping it's not longer than that. A lot of people are saying that he actually needs surgery, and that would end his season. But Anthony Davis is not going to have surgery. By the way, it is a left abductor strain, so his absence could stretch to a month. That's not the only injury. Giannis Antetokounmpo will be sidelined with a mild calf strain. Remember, he missed a lot of time. He missed the playoffs last year with a calf strain. Both of these guys are going to miss the All-Star game. Trae Young will be replacing Giannis. We have not gotten the replacement for. Oh, there we go. Kyrie Irving is going to be replacing Anthony Davis in the All-Star game, his teammate. And yeah, this to me is the Anthony Davis experience. Courtney just explained how Mavericks fans are feeling when it comes to this injury. That to me is why when you say, "Oh, Luka's out of shape, Luka's fat," why it's laughable to me if you trade him for injury prone dude.
I will take a fat Luka. I'll take a fat Luka right now than a dude that has a core injury.
Yeah. And the more we're learning about the trade, remember I came on here on Friday and said there's more to it. The owner said, like, no, we don't like his work ethic. And that's how we traded him. And you got to understand where Nico Harrison comes from. Nico Harrison was Kobe's guy. And we know how Kobe feels about work ethic. Kobe had insane work. In fact, I think Kobe was a way harder worker than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan wasn't a basketball fanatic. He's a competition fanatic. Mike will go hard probably on Uno, nigga. Like, so to have a guy who's obsessed as Kobe and you're Nico and you're around him like that, he probably didn't like what he saw in Luka. Having said all of that, if you're going to trade him, at least have a guy who's going to stay in your rotation. Now, if he does come back in a month, and the way Shams worded it, that's not 100% that he will. You're going to be, 2.5 weeks away from the play-in? They're going to stay in the play-in because they're not going to fall off, be as bad as, the teams behind them. But now you're going to hope that he can come back and that you guys get a chance to playoffs. And let's just say next year he's going to always have this problem.
This man, this is a hard trade to defend.
Yeah.
This is kind of a hard trade to talk about. And the reason why is because you really don't know what the thinking was. Like, how can we get on this platform and listen to the press conference and be like, oh, let's debate the reasons? There's no reason for this. There was legit no reason from the Dallas Mavericks case that this is what you do, especially with what you got. There was no reason for this. And it is on par that Anthony Davis would get hurt his first game there. That bad juju that he might have around him gets to other people. Again, this is nothing against Anthony Davis. He's from the crib perspectives, Kentucky, all of that. It's just like, if I'm the Dallas Mavs, I got sucked in all of that because I wanted to try to get rid of Luka. Luka would still be a Mav. We'd do this at the end of the year. But this right here is on par with being one of the dumbest moves in sports history.
And that's the thing, too. Shout out my boy, Shy Lando on Twitter. Because everybody on Twitter was like, oh well, we gotta stop acting like Anthony Davis is a scrub. Like nobody ever questioned his talent or what he does when he's healthy. But my boy Lando put it together correctly. So I don't care if this nigga score 100 points. You don't trade Luka Doncic. Like that's
You
what
don't
it comes
trade
down
that
to.
man. That's why I said this is confusing.
Yeah. It's to me, it's a spiteful trade. There's nothing to do with football. And I'm not football, but basketball. And it's just crazy to me.
So cool. Triple double hat trick, I know the code too. Ice trade, go for trade, yeah we cold too. Getting paper on these player haters, old news. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so